Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me, kind of a chit chat, life update style video. It's just a Sunday morning and I'm getting ready to go to church. I'm going to be using the Mirabella Prime for face primer. So I thought I'd just catch you guys up. This is like a clear primer. I really like it. I just don't for sure know what it does. Like, it feels really good on the skin, but like I can't tell you for sure that it like prolongs my makeup wear or whatever, but I don't need oil control. I don't really need radiance right now. My skin is actually pretty good. Like, I have no active acne. I know that these look hideous, all of my old scars and stuff, but none of that's active, so let's hope it stays that way. And then I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Corrector in Light Medium Bisque 3 before I go in with my foundation. So life update. If you guys didn't watch, you might not know, but I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in August, and I announced that on my channel. Just so in case you're wondering what I'm talking about next. This is the Sigma F04 Extreme Structure Contour Brush. So that I have not quite received the meds yet, so I'm still on no medicine except for like my prenatals and vitamin D and birth control. This is Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in the shade 05 Warm Beige. And then I'm putting that onto my little palette here. And I'm going to do a little bit of Dermacol Studio Makeup in the shade 213 and mix them together. Dermacol's a little bit pink, perhaps a little bit light, and I always felt like this Milani one was a little dark and a little like tan, like olive perhaps. So the two of those together ought to be the perfect mix. If you hear the baby crying, she's with Daddy downstairs. I have about 20 minutes to get ready, so let's chat, shall we? Well, I have not started the meds yet, as I said. It's taken them this long to get it. I guess it's a specialty pharmacy type of thing. I'll be on Copaxone, if you're familiar, and it's an injectable that you take 3 times a week, and you have basically 6 different sites in your body where you inject it, and you alternate where you're going to inject it. Like left hip Monday, right hip Wednesday, left shoulder Friday, you know, and you just, there's 6 different places on your body that you can do it, I guess. And I'm not sure if there are 6 places or 12. Like if they're counting, you know, your hip as 1, or if that counts as 2 of the 6. But I just know that there's supposed to be 6. And if you do the injection in the same place, like too much, then you get like, you can kind of like deform your skin, or like it can make a lump under there or something. So I know like thigh is one of them, and like your upper arm maybe. I'm not sure. So you want to vary them because sometimes they could be seen, you know, when your clothing is off. And also I know that Copaxone can cause some, right after you take it, like 15 minutes to half hour after you have done your injection, there are some side effects. And so that's why like they recommend, you know, you don't just like do it in the bathroom at work or something, because you might need to lay down right after you take it. And sometimes it feels like, kind of like when you take niacin, if you've ever taken that. That's what I hear is like very similar to, where it feels like you're having heart palpitations, but it goes away. And you're not actually, you're fine. But like if you get that, you should just call your doctor and let them know maybe, because they have different dosages. But the one I'm doing is 3 times a week. I guess they make one that's 1 time a week, and they make one, I think that's like 5 days a week. I'm not sure. But I'm on the one for 3 times a week. And there's no additional product on this brush. I'm just trying to get out some of the redness on my chest. I do still breastfeed, so I don't like to put too much makeup down here because the baby does sometimes like lay around there. So, or she'll like put her hand on me, and I don't like to, I don't say poison. Obviously if it was poison I wouldn't be doing it for myself, but I don't like her to be exposed to too much makeup. Alright, this is the Tarte Shape Tape, but this is in light neutral. I usually use light medium. This is going to be 1 step lighter than I'm used to. I don't need much of this, I just did like a little dot. Then I'm using that same Sigma Extreme Contour Brush to blend it in. So a nurse is going to come out to my house, probably in a week or two. She actually could come out pretty soon. I don't actually have the meds yet. Those are being delivered later this week, but she was going to come out to my house sooner and help me learn how to use it and everything. Watch me give myself my first dose. But I told her that I have a business trip for work and it has to be refrigerated, and I didn't want to have to like take it with me and do it by myself in a hotel room, you know. Like, I would rather do it here with my husband there. He's going to be here when I'm learning to use it. I'm just taking whatever's left of that concealer, just kind of like to even out my face. I feel like that was a little light. My under eyes are a little bit too light right now, but that's okay. I am kind of tired. I have a cold. My last video that I filmed, I don't know what order they're going to go up in, was a get ready with me where I'm going to speed it up a lot, and I didn't talk while I applied my makeup, and that was because I didn't really have much of a voice. Like, I sound a little nasally now. I don't know if you can tell, but now I'm using the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination in light, just a powder. So that's why I did that one in silence, but I feel a little better today, but last night I did not sleep well. Normally I have decaf coffee, but today I did decaf with a splash of caffeinated coffee. Like, I don't normally do caffeinated coffee, but I needed it today. So I gotta be at church and then going to, this is Maybelline Dream Wonder powder in the shade 225 Buff Beige. So this one's a little bit darker, so it will warm up my skin a little. But yeah, I have a longer day. After church, I go to my in-laws and watch football with, I mean, I'm not actually watching football, let's be honest, but I may go to the store or help my soon-to-be sister-in-law, or my husband's brother's fiance. I guess that's my soon-to-be sister-in-law by marriage. Help her with like wedding decorations and stuff, so that'll be fun. I'm a bridesmaid in her wedding. I would totally love to do like the makeup for the girls in the party, but with a newborn. She's not a newborn anymore. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be 5 months old. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say yes and commit to doing it, especially, you know, knowing what I know. Just like having a baby is really hard. And, you know, there are other people that are willing to help out with her, but she likes me. Like, she wants me. Using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade N8 for my bronzer slash contour today. And this is just a crown brush. It doesn't have a name on it. But yeah, so the nurse is supposed to be coming out, but I'm going on a business trip and I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's really dark. Whew, forgot. I'm going to make the other side the same and then hope that I can blend that out. But I'll just take what's left on the brush to the hairline and woohoo! Trying to blend like crazy. This is like a little bit of a stiffer brush, which I think was one of my mistakes. I may end up going back over that with some powder or something. Or foundation. It's really hard to film these. This is my foundation brush. I'm just seeing if I can like clean it up just a little. And then this was the brush I used for powder. Make sure it matches my coloring. Is that better? A little bit better. I'm going to use like a peachy kind of blush today because I do have like a peach in the pattern of my dress. I don't know if you can tell. So, I'm going to do a mixture of these two Too Faced powders. This is the Sweetheart's Perfect Flush Blushes in Sparkling Bellini and Peach Beach. Sparkling Bellini on its own is just a little bit too orange sherbet to me. But if I mix the two of them together, I think it might be perfect. So this is the e.l.f. blush brush. These are kind of glittery, but they're just really pretty. I don't know if you can even see it. I'm using the NYX Illuminator in Enigmatic, which is peachy color. So yeah, my business trip is to New Jersey. I'm going to use that e.l.f. blush brush, the same one, for the highlighter. And I'm an Arizona girl, if you didn't know, so I'm not used to winter or fall. To be honest, I don't really have any experience with seasons other than kind of hot to hot. Maybe like okay weather to like hot. That's pretty much the extent of my weather knowledge. And so this is going to be interesting. The high is like in the 60s when I'm going to be going, so hopefully I don't freeze. A Cella eyebrow pencil in the shade Dazzling Dark Brown. I think I got this in a subscription box. It's dark brown, so I always have to go pretty light-handed on it. I'm using my mirror over here. Brows are not one thing that I want to depend on the viewfinder for. I always feel like I've got to be better visibility than a viewfinder can offer when it comes to brows. Like, I've just got to do better. So that's why I say dark brown is dark, because you can see now there's a difference for sure. Anyway, so life update. I have decided to continue breastfeeding because Copaxone is considered like a Category B medication. It is actually safe during pregnancy. And I got bounced around between a perinatal specialist, was like a high-risk pregnancy doctor, and a, no, I'm not pregnant, nor am I planning on getting pregnant anytime soon. But, yeah, I went to them, went to my OBGYN, I went to the 2 different neurologists, and the pediatrician for my daughter, and who would be the pediatrician of my next baby, obviously, and asked, like, can I take this medicine? And they're like, you know, we don't really study in pregnant women that much. We don't study it. Gosh, my brows look really intense. They look really intense too? I think they do. I'm going to brush them out a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with a tinted brow mascara, and it's actually in a shade meant for blondes, so maybe that'll help. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade Light Medium, so this might lighten them just a little. There. I think that's a little better. So yeah, they've decided that I can take Copaxone. It is done. People do it while they're pregnant and while they're breastfeeding. I don't know why for so long they kept telling me I couldn't. I never would have given my daughter formula if they had told me that. She only had formula for about 2 weeks before I was like, is this necessary, you know? Here's the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in Ain't That Sweet. It's a little cream shadow. This one is still creamy. I'm going to use that as my eyeshadow base. I only have just a few more minutes left to do my makeup, so I need to leave in about 20 minutes, and I still need to nurse the baby. Alright, so let's do a quick peachy eye look, I think, today. Peachy. I'll use the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, and I love that shade. That's a peachy shade for a transition color. This is a Crown blending crease brush as a transition. And then I'm going to use the white in here mixed with the gold as my inner corner and brow bone shade. And those are exactly as I described, a white and a peachy color. On a Sigma E30 pencil brush. But yeah, I really am not looking forward to these injections. I don't particularly love getting my blood drawn or having shots, but this last couple of years, with all my sickness I've had, I've really had no choice, so I've gotten a lot better at it. I wouldn't say better, just more accepting. It is what it is kind of a deal. Now I'm using the NYX Cosmic Metals shadow palette, and this has a really pretty shimmery peach. It reminds me a lot of like a Makeup Geek foiled shadow. Not quite as intense though. I just think that's really pretty. Hopefully you can tell how metallic it is. But these are like really good lid shades. If you feel like your collection is just missing that like shimmery foiled lid shade, and you're not really looking for you know, dramatic brow bone shades or, you know, whatever, and you just want like some pretty lid shades to put whatever you want in the crease, these are gorgeous metallic ones. And it's pretty affordable. I think this is like $7. I don't know, I could be wrong, but pretty affordable. use something kind of... This is the Buxom eyeshadows where you build your own palette. I'm going to be using Filthy Rich, which is this really gorgeous like orangey brown in the outer V. It's not too dark, so that's good. I don't want anything dark right now. I just wanted to get it done. Now I'm going to blend that out. Take what's left on that and just do a little bit on the lower lash line. This was the Sigma E34 Domed Utility Brush. And now blending with that peach shade I used for the transition. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Rockstar. It is like a purpley burgundy kind of color. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. And for lips, I definitely want something peachy, but I want something that's going to last because I'm going to be singing. People are going to be looking at my mouth. Let's see. I'm going to use the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick in the shade Melted Coral. I barely used any product on that. Then I'm going to go in with Melted Nude. Mix the two together. And now I'm using Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. And I don't know if this has a shade, but basically it's just a peachy gloss. And setting spray. Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope that you like learning more about my personal life. I mean, these videos do okay as far as views go, but I've never been one to get like a lot of views. The videos of mine that get the most views are my hauls and baby updates, but I've been asking for months, like, what do you guys want to see for the baby videos, and I haven't really gotten any requests. So, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any questions for me down below if you want to know more about the diagnosis or treatment or anything like that. Thanks for watching. Bye.